Welcome back, guys. Because that match went so quickly, we're going to go ahead and quickly set up another open round one winners game. There's a little bit of a bonus. It's going to be Dragon versus Root CatZ. While that's getting set up, I want to tell you how you can win this.
Isn't this so wonderful? It's a shame we had to ruin it by writing all over it.
Yeah, we've defaced this property. This is a computer from iBuyPower.
It is, yes indeed. It is the Revolt, and you can win it. Head on over to ibuypower.com/MLG. That's ibuypower.com/MLG for your chance at winning this beautiful piece of hardware.
Signed by many people who are at this tournament, including me and Total Biscuit. So while we're waiting for that next match to get set up, we're going to be having an interview on the main stage with DJ Wheat interviewing the two-time MLG champion, Evil Genius's Huck.
What's up, everyone? Welcome, EG Huck. What's up, buddy?
Not much.
So here we are at MLG, a 2013 event, and it's a 128-man open bracket, a format that we have not seen here at MLG for a while. Does that change the tournament for you? Is there any sort of novelty to the fact that this is similar to the old school MLGs?
Yeah, I think it's really exciting. I actually like it. It's a change of pace. And everybody starts at the same level, which makes it the most interesting. There's no group play. You don't get seeded into the semifinals, nothing like that. So I'm expecting a lot of interesting stories, and I just hope white people do better.
After the game between Bubbles and Coach Park, former teammate Idra had some comments to make about what Coach Park should say to Bubbles. My thoughts, or my question for you is, what do you think about sort of the state of that North American game versus Coach Park?
I actually just talked to Coach Park, and he was more upset about the interview that he did, and he didn't display his good English, but it happens. I think he maybe got humbled a little bit, so I'm just glad he's having fun, and I'm glad he's here.
Now, for you, what are you expecting out of Huck this tournament?
It depends. Round 4 is going to be really tough. I play against a player, Nanawa. We don't exactly get along, so I think if I can win that match, I should make it pretty far.
Does the fact that you guys don't necessarily get along motivate you any more than it would if it was just another Protoss opponent?
Well, I don't know about motivation. I mean, I definitely want to win a lot more, and if I lose, I'm going to feel a lot shittier, I guess. So, yeah, that's about it.
All right, so I haven't actually had a chance to really talk to you much about Heart of the Swarm. Can you just give us your thoughts on sort of how, the state of Protoss right now in HOTS?
I think Protoss is definitely weaker than the other two races. Not necessarily overall balance, but in general, it's harder to prepare for random ladder matches or just an open bracket. But the game overall hasn't improved, and the skill ceiling has gotten a lot better. You're seeing people like Select come back to the game because it's actually fun again. So I'm just really excited for this tournament and the future of StarCraft 2.
One last question. 2 years ago, Huck, I promised that if you won 3 MLGs, I would award you a golden ass pillow. Is this going to be your 3rd MLG, and will you finally secure the golden ass pillow?
I hope so, for all of them as well. So I really hope so, and it would be really, really nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, EG Huck!
Thank you.
That is the greatest outro question. I mean, normally it's like, how do you think we'll do? Oh, I hope my fans cheer for me.
I will show good games.
Yeah, it's like, now about the golden ass pillow. I'm like, and what about that, Huck? I'm like leaning forward, trying to get better audio.
DJ Wade always asking the no fluff questions here on stage. It's always good.
Indeed. Now, the next map will, as we previously noted, going to be Root Gaming's CatZ going up against Clarity Gaming's Dragon. The map's Akalon Waste. Both these players are so popular. Does anyone in here watch these players on stream?
Does anyone here not watch these players on stream? Yeah, I thought so.
Is that one guy's like, woo! Haven't seen him yet. New experiences. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the match countdown has begun. We're hopping directly into the Zerg vs. Terran match between two players extremely popular and considered to be some of the most creative players of their respective races.
Here we go, folks. Akalon Waste is coming your way very shortly.
Akalon Waste, a very unusual map. Easy to get 4 bases for pretty much any race. Will they go macro or will they cheese? It's time to find out.
We will find out. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce our first player to the northwest position, playing Terran in the blue trunks. Very tight trunks. There are some who call him the Sex King. Everybody else calls him Clarity Dragon.
Dragon, of course, very, very popular streamer. Was on Slayers, moved on to Millennium, and loves to troll on stream, do goofy strategies, but he always backs it up with remarkable play. Consistent Grandmaster. And down in the bottom right-hand corner, in the red trunks, the leader, the captain, the owner of Team Root, and one of the most creative Zergs in the business, it is none other than Root Gaming's CatZ. Now, it takes a special pedigree of player when asked for information about himself. He says, please let them know that I like guacamole.
I think it's pretty important information to know going into this matchup. It could determine an awful lot of things, including what he eats for dinner tonight. Oh, nice little block off right there. We generally don't see that be able to be executed, but we've got the command center going down as part of the wall off right there. Hatchery moving in.
It's time to begin praying. Total Biscuit.
Do I need to get the incense out?
All I want for Christmas is for this drone to build a hatch at the natural expansion of Dragon. All I want for Christmas. Look at this. 3rd hatch before pool at his opponent's natural expansion. He popularized this.
He does it.
And there it is. Now, this has become an extremely popular style. CatZ was the one who originally began having videos of him posted up. Kaldor did a number of excellent analysis videos of these. And then we started to see Avenge do it versus Innovation of the Pro League. Started to pop up more in the ladder. We saw Vibe use it versus Sound at the Red Bull Training Grounds. And now here, MLG Open Winners. Double elimination bracket. It's all on the line in the opening stage. And CatZ builds a damn hatch at the natural. What a boss.
It is such a good build against a gasless barracks into a command center, which is the kind of greedy style a lot of Korean Terrans love to do. And then we see that broken out. Suddenly, I can't place it anywhere. Where am I going to put it? Exactly. And is it about to... No. Oh, there he is.
Now, keep in mind, this is an exceptionally early hatchery. Now, okay, look,
there we go.
A little bit to the left. Now, keep in mind, ordinarily, players who have been doing this have gone for their pool, and then they see that this is going on, and they build a hatch after the pool. But look at this, 12 Zerglings coming out from CatZ back home in the main base. This is a further evolution of this already very, very, very cheesy play.
It is a nasty build. As a Terran player, it makes me physically ill. But we'll see if Dragon can actually handle it. He's already got a second bunker. Notice that he puts a bunker down straight at the actual natural ramp there. He's expecting something.
He's completely misanalyzing what is going on right now. He doesn't realize that it was a hatch before pool at that natural expansion. So look at this. CatZ is timing everything amazingly well. The queen is going to pop out, and then those lings are going to pop out, and then those lings at the front are all going to join together at the same time. Here's the queen popping out right now. Here's the 12 lings invading on the front, and then those extra Zerglings hatch. What a nightmare scenario.
This is so well executed right here. Double spine crawler going down on the natural expansion right now. Links surround and completely annihilate the Marines at the front right here. Bunker's going to get salvaged. One going down. Second bunker is being worked on. The supply depot, of course, will be cancelled as well. A creep tumor could come down here. Anything could happen at this stage. He's already down. It's going to be incredibly hard for him to expand. His supply block. Dragon is supply block right now.
He's building 2 supply depots to try to get into good shape, and now CatZ is just going to overrun the bunker, and soon enough, a spore crawler will begin moving in, and look to the bottom of those 2 spore crawlers. Or spine crawlers. We see an overlord moving up. The overlord will be able to see up on the high ground, and soon enough we're going to have 2 spine crawlers poking away at all those structures at the front, and there is not going to be enough time for another bunker to get up for Dragon.
This is horrendously bad for Dragon. Incredibly well executed for CatZ. He makes his way up the ramp once again, trying to engage against the supply depots. Double spine crawler going down. He's going to have the visibility. He's going to be able to pick off those Marines if they stay there. He's working on the barracks.
And he's moving the spine crawler over to the right because the more important target is the depots. Yes, he wants to make sure that he can get those up. Meanwhile, up in the main base, Dragon has not slowed down his economic powering in the slightest. He's gotten a third command center up, down. In CatZ base, we see the double gas up. A lot of money in the bank for CatZ, but what's this? Look at Dragon, a fourth command center at the top. Oh, yeah, StarCraft.
This is quite the game already. We have double spine crawler going down already. There's the force lift. He can't make it through there. Dragon's smart enough to put the bunker in a position where that wall off continues regardless of whether the barracks is there or not. But he can kill the bunker. A repair's coming in, however, so that's going to keep that going. That hidden expansion all the way up to the top. I have to imagine that CatZ doesn't believe an SCV actually made its way out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's so hard to give your opponent a lot of credit for doing anything but trying to stay alive at this point. But Dragon thinking quite far ahead. Well, I haven't been able to spend all this extra money quite properly. Hasn't been able to get extra gas. I mean, he's only really building Marines a pair at a time. It's kind of a disorganized structure from Dragon. I'm curious what his follow-up plan is. The layers already finishing up for CatZ. Zergling speed incoming. His front still hasn't been broken, so that means that we're going to see an almost instant spire.
That we are, and we need to hit that next supply depot, but he needs to creep spread in order to make that happen, to actually be able to reach it. The Marine count is starting to get a little bit scary high here for Dragon, who is certainly not teching, but is building up a fairly sizable number of units that may allow him to break out of this position, and he's going to go for it. He's looking for the engagement. He's going to try to take out the Overlord here, and he will be able to get it.
A very nice pick there. If he can just keep the Overlords away, then, yep, CatZ is going to be forced to retreat, and there's the retreat.
Nice. All right, that's a nice little move here by Dragon. Lynx coming in there. Oh, he's still Lynx.
My God.
Looks to get the surround. That's not enough to get that surround. Great positioning by Dragon. He breaks it, and is now going to go straight for that hatchery.
This is not a big loss for CatZ in this position. He's just going to continue to micro, try to pick off every unit that he can here and there. And soon enough, he's going to have his Spire, more drones coming out. But keep in mind, Dragon does have this North Orbital Command that hasn't really done much. All the mules landing up there. We're going to see that income spike up hard.
The most kills we've ever seen from hatchery broodlings executed right there. 3 or 4 Marines going down. But look, 3 or 4 mules going down at the top position.
Look at the creep spread. Where is Dragon going to expand? He has all these command centers, and he just can't sit down.
Yeah, he's going to have the creep on his third. He's going to have the creep on his natural for an extended length of time. The amount of scans needed to clear this out is horrendous.
Wow.
This is a mess. I mean, it is a mess. It's all creep everywhere.
And look at this scan. An attempt from Dragon to pick off as many creep tumors as he can, continuing to scan and push out, but look right behind him.
Exactly. He doesn't have the ability to get rid of those creep tumors all the way at the back. He can't expand there yet, and he'll have to clear it again. More and more scans go down, and he has a good number of orbitals. I'll give him that, but those could have been mules, and they could have allowed him to catch up. Right now, that Spire transition is coming into play. We're seeing a more standard Ling, Baneling, and Mutalist transition. Couple of tanks moving out, and we're going to see him roll out here without combat shields, without stim. He's going to try and catch his opponent off guard, but it's not going to work. Baneling's speed is about to finish.
It's a few seconds from finishing. It's at 96. It doesn't even matter. He doesn't need to wait for it. He moves in there to target fire.
Huge hit.
See ya later, Marines. CatZ.
Oh no, Hellbats can't shoot up. What a dilemma.
Oh my God, seriously, those Hellbats should be patched that they can shoot up too.
Get right on it, David Kim.
All right, we see the Mutalists beginning to move in. Thor's being produced, but like you said, no stim, no combat shield. I mean, not a really clear tech choice pattern from Dragon in any direction. And look at the orbital command that is natural. He won't even be able to land. It doesn't even matter that he has the north hidden expansion. He's basically a 2-basing Terran that's slowly starving to death.
If CatZ actually found that base, the difference would be massive. CatZ has got to suspect something. Oh, he knows. He knows.
And
there, he's got it. He knows where it is.
He sees it, but his Mutalist's in the middle of the map. It looks like he's losing them, and the mines.
Huge hits here by Dragon. And we did, of course, have Cassius not quite paying attention. He is now able to swarm over this expansion and eliminate it very effectively. But he did lose a lot of Mutalisks unnecessarily.
Yeah.
That's huge economic loss, though. 64 drones to 37 SCVs. This orbital command is not going to get lifted. It's actually...
Dragon, what? Oh my God, the hairdryer pops out of the guts. We see the mines trying to get set up. Again, a completely ambiguous goal set for Dragon right now. He's going for hell. Oh yeah, I hear the sound of morphing banelings.
Express delivery. Let's see if Dragon can actually hold up. What's his tank count at? 0. He's got 15 Marines. He's got so much. He's still building combat shield. He won't have them. Nice engagement with the Hellbats.
He didn't clear them out. He didn't clear them out with the mines first.
The mines.
We're seeing
He's gonna get. There's so many links. I don't even know if it matters. In they come, trying to crash into position. There's more Banelings, and he breaks the front wall. Surround comes in on that Thor right there. There will be enough Marines, however, to throw this back.
Oh gosh, I mean, getting a little too overeager with the mines. Right now, we're seeing Dragon slowly step forward, but keep in mind, Dragon has only done one thing right now. Barely secure expansion number 1. Look in Dragon's main. He's almost mined out. He's basically going from one base to one base.
Yeah. It's actually no different. Not able to actually. It's a good job he doesn't have more SCVs than 35 because he wouldn't actually have a use for them. Even then, that's too many. And right now, we're seeing him try to clear out the space to take that third. And CatZ is going to do his very best to be an absolute pain at it.
And it looks like, no stim at all. The creep is still down. The creep tumors are done, but here comes the connections. No.
It's brutal. It is absolutely brutal, Sean. And there's the surround coming in. That Thor will die very, very unceremoniously.
Wow. Total biscuit. I mean, these are the sorts of tactics you cannot do unless there is creep in your opponent's base. But what do we have? Exactly that. Very few units left here to defend a couple of lines, but in the wrong position. And Baneling's rolling in. This is the only SCV is really running right now for Dragon.
It crashes in, doesn't quite make it. Couple of Lings now moving in, just trying. They're very, very weak. They took a Baneling hit, the rest will most likely die. The Lings, I'm not really sure what they're doing, but now they're going for it. And it's going to eliminate a large number of workers here. 24, 23 to 71. Dragon is barely holding on here. Infested Terrans thrown down to deal with the mines. A couple of Marines remain. They really don't want to be here right now.
CatZ is getting a little overeager. He's doing just the rally and go style, moving in with 8 Lings, a couple of Banelings, 3 Mutalisks at a time. He has plenty of time to play patiently, to play intelligently. He's just slowly letting his lead trickle away. But, I mean, fortunately for him, his lead is monstrous. 113 supply to 45. I mean, rarely do we play a game where we see one player about 3 times ahead in supply.
Well, that Ling's having a field day. Every single SCV it jumps on, it has killed. It's already killed 4 SCVs on its own. It's continuing to work on the refinery. What a brave little guy. And in the meantime, we've got yet more attacks coming in. Nice positioning there by Dragon to hold on. But as you said, the lead is so big. Does it make a difference? Ultra Cavern is on the way here against Marines that don't even have stim.
Are you serious? Oh my God.
He just started stim at the 17-minute mark.
His stim is going to be finishing at the 20-minute mark.
That's insane.
A pretty late timing.
Just a little.
Better late than never.
Generally speaking, yes, but if he's got no Marauders, it's not going to make any difference at all.
And now we're going to see CatZ sweep up here with Mutalisks, get the vision with that creep tumor to be able to begin re-creeping that expansion. I mean, there's just so many creative potentials available. 3-2 upgrades. CatZ beginning to get the high-level orange upgrades for Zerg. Still hasn't gotten Adrenaline because, well, let's be honest, no one really gets the Adrenaline upgrade for Zerglings anymore.
Unfortunately not, and they're very, very sad about it. But regardless, he does still have a massive lead. Whether or not he grabs that, he can save that gas. That gas may very well be another Ultralisk. It may be the Chitinous plating upgrade for the Ultras. It may be Neural Parasite for some reason. That is a strange choice, considering there are no Thors on the map.
Well, I mean, I think it's one of these decisions that you're going to make as CatZ because you're so ridiculously far ahead. How do you lose? Well, a couple of Thor blasts, a couple of big mine blasts. So let me just make sure that I have all my bases covered, and then I can just go stampeding in with Ultras and pick off anything.
We may very well see the world's first Neural Parasite on a burrowed Widow mine.
Oh my God, CatZ would totally do that.
Yes,
he might even Neural Parasite to get a SCV to begin building a...
Yeah. He shoots! And he scores! Very nicely picked off. I guess nobody told CatZ that fungal growth isn't any good anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same old thing. Sticks things up with green. They can't do much except sit there and slowly die. Great. So far, so good. A single medevac trying to come out. I want to note that the farthest that Dragon has moved out on this map the entire game has been his first failed Marine tank push. Other than that, it has been CatZ performing every single attack this game. Ouch.
It happens, unfortunately. Lings are designed for that sacrificial nature, but he can't keep taking hits like that. I mean, we could say his lead's been chipped away, but I mean, it's a guy with the toothpick working on the Great Wall of China. It's gonna take a while.
And, you know, I will say in this moment where we're seeing CatZ slowly build up and Dragon try to move out, huge thanks to the crowd oohing and eyeing at all the appropriate times. as we see Dragon beginning to try to reposition himself. CatZ, is he going to
Here he
engage?
goes.
And here's, 3 mines. Oh my god, enormous
not
hits.
much, right? The Ultralisks will be able to survive that. There are no Marauders on the field. They did take some pretty nasty hits. Baneling's now moving, and all those mines thankfully have been triggered. And Dragon, he can't kite that. It's not going to happen.
GG! Oh, CatZ.
Always the showboater, but effective. No question about that. You can't argue with that strategy against that opening.
Yeah, a nice smile from CatZ after that game, you know. This opening, controlling the front. I mean, just with these spines and zerglings, Terran has to answer.
Yeah.
Terran has to build bunkers, has to get something like siege tanks or medevacs. There's so many has-to-dos for Terran. And as Zerg, all you're doing is delaying the expansion. It's so simple. You're spreading creep and buying time, and meanwhile back home, CatZ gets up an incredible economy.
And more to the point, we look at that really late stim timing and we look at why that actually occurred. As you said, you've got to get tanks at home. You've got to get some kind of response. You're not focusing on the ability to take up to your bio because it's not going to help you to try and clear that out in the first place. So eventually the stim comes down. But and think about that tank push. If we had stim, if we actually had combat shields involved, maybe something would have happened other than a complete obliteration.
Well, I mean, it's a natural response in that position. What are you to do? Should you get the siege tanks? Well, maybe, you know what, I should get Hellbats because then I can do some drops. Well, he is going kind of Ling heavy. I don't know. It's kind of unclear what's going on, but that lack of commitment, I think, really punished Dragon. So we're going to be stepping away for a brief break to get game number 2 set up. Right now, Root CatZ leads the series 1-0. Can he close it out? Coming up on Derelict Watcher.